people actually think about structure, how to organize their relationship, little by little, they can actually eliminate most, if not all, of their fighting.
Now, I mentioned that you change the paradigm in how we look at a couple's relationship, and that's from my own experience. This focus on what you call creating secure, functioning relationships. So let's start there. What do you mean by secure, functioning relationships?
Secure functioning relationship is different than secure attachment. It's a set of social contracts between two people that are fair, just, and mutually sensitive. It is a two-person psychological system of weism, usism, a team, basically a union, an alliance that has to work together in a particular way to avoid fighting, to avoid a cascade towards disillusion through threat accumulation, and to make create a structure of what the relationship should be. That is what is most important.
Okay, there's a lot in what you said. A two-person psychological system. Tell me what you mean by that.
So think of teams. If you're on a team, the team comes together, hopefully, because of a shared sense of purpose, mission, and a shared vision. We want to win, or we want to make money, or we want to make a record, or we want to survive, or we want to whatever it is, right? And partners, think of a three-legged race. In a two-person system, the inner leg is bound. You'd have to move together or you couldn't move. You'd have to work together as two separate individuals with two minds and two wills, and you'd have to find a way to work together. Otherwise, you can't get anything accomplished, or worse, you can harm each other. So that's a two-person system of both of us. A one-person system is where I take care of my interests and don't focus on yours at all. Or I focus only on your interests and I don't stand by or protect mine. So it's a higher level of moral cognition, moral reasoning. I have to consider you at the same time I'm considering myself, or you'll confuse me as an adversary.
Okay, now I know this is just a metaphor, the metaphor of a three-legged race. We're bound together in this sense, but it doesn't sound very appealing to me, Stan, to be hobbling along slowly with another person trying to get somewhere. And yet, of course, I love intimacy and connection and all of that, but a three-legged race, can't we come up with a better metaphor than that? Or what do I do with the fact that I don't want to be hobbled and go slow?
Sure, you're rowing together and you have to row together, otherwise you don't go anywhere. If you were cop car partners, you're brought together to survive, right? You have each other's backs. You're completely different people, just as annoying as anybody else. Yet you're bound together by that singular mission of staying alive. And therefore, having that mission and the vision of doing that, people become best buds. People become very, very close in that shared mission. So there are lots of examples where people are interdependent, meaning if we are interdependent, we have the same things to gain and the same things to lose. Therefore, we're shared, we are mutual stakeholders in what happens, and therefore we can't cross each other. Otherwise, there's trouble.
Okay, now I really like this rowing together as a metaphor. I can get behind that. We're going to go a lot faster with the two of us. So that's good. I'm sorry to be overly literal or metaphorically minded, but I see these things in my mind's eye. So I just want to track with you. And when I asked you in the beginning to describe secure functioning, you also said something that my ears picked up on, which is if we're working as a team, we can quote unquote avoid fighting. And I thought to myself, is the goal here in your model of relationships to avoid fighting? Or do we need to fight? Fighting's good. Let's do it. That's how we get it all out and reset. How do you view it?
So my goal is actually quite nerdy. It's psychobiological. It actually has to do with lowering what's called allostatic load, or the cost that we pay for interpersonal stress, right? Interpersonal stress, like all stress, causes wear and tear on the brain and the body. And so interpersonal stress is at home, right? It's our day-to-day. And if it's high, then we can't really do a lot because resources are being tied up by the stress, by the interpersonal stress. Not only that, we're getting older quicker. We're in danger of getting sick. We're in danger of not living as long because this kind of load, this homeostatic system of the price we pay for stress is actually quite acute. And we have to worry about that. So that's the real goal, is to eliminate threat and to lower interpersonal stress. And if people actually think about structure, how to organize their relationship, little by little, they can actually eliminate most, if not all, of their fighting. That doesn't mean they won't get irritated with each other, annoyed, disappointed. That goes on. But the fighting that repeats stops because of organization, planning ahead, making agreements.